Okay. Let's see here. Recording. Yeah, I thought it wouldn't do what I wanted it to. Because I wanted it to do the thing that I wanted it to do, but it didn't do the thing, so. It's okay, I'm just not good at this. Let me see if I can edit some of this. Let's see. Let me take the suffering from you. Let me take the suffering from you. It's here. Let me see if this'll. Okay. So it doesn't do what I want it to, but at the very least I can do this. And I can copy paste it over here. There we go. There. That should help. There we go. And then comes a meteor. When does the castle become the flame? When does the man become the monster? Damn. Already got it low on here. Oh well. Let me take the suffering. Alright. Hey, Deku! Deku Maru with the dancing dinosaur. Dancing dinosaur. Dancing dinosaur. Dancing dino is a dancing dinosaur. Dancing dinosaur, dancing dinosaur, dancing dino. I got dancing dinosaur. Oh god. I think I need to put up the desktop audio. That way we can do it properly. Though I would normally do this with some music. Though, to be fair, since I got affiliation now, I guess I can do that. I can do things. Which is fun. Let's see here. I am currently in my Discord. I should also probably check if my thing is even doing the time lapse. It is doing the time lapse. Yay! Boop, boop. Hey, Dice. Hi Kenny. I'm doing good. I am currently just drawing up some stuff for just for the stream. A little while ago I decided to it popped into my question after I think her Twitter name is actually Ray, and then or no, they use they them pronouns. They also go by Ginja Ninja, and the and Ginja Ninja she was like, oh, I'm a furry, I'm incidentally a furry, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Like really it was about their journey into some character design elements that they were totally familiar with, and that's really fun. Maybe I'm just digging this background color. Okay, that's a little better. I don't like any poses I'm doing. I don't like any of them. Mm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yum, yum, yum. Boop, boop, ba-doop, ba-ba-doop, boop, boop, bop, boop, ba-doop. Boop, 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 ba-doop, boop, 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 boop. Ba-doop, boop, ba-doop, boop, boop. And the street. Beep, 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 Yep. Ma 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 ba 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 ba. All right, now I'm getting somewhere. I still like your Pony OC Crimson. Thank you. I really like my Pony OC too. I I don't. It's not that I don't like my Pony OC. I just feel like um, it doesn't really encapsulate me as well as it used to. Like I'm not ashamed of it all or anything like that. I just like it. I just like my OCs to kind of represent more of who I am. At least when they represent me, I try not to make my characters represent me as much as maybe other people would. Like, there's nothing wrong with the self-insert characters. I think self-insert characters are incredibly useful. And I mean, it's your character. Indulge in it, right? But I think there's something to be said about there's something to be said about doing stuff like that, you know?
Greetings.
Hello. Somebody has joined the call.
It's me. It's uh Emperor Moth.
Hello, Moth. How you doing?
Doing all right. Uh, I'm just gonna be like at the same time I'm in this stream. I'm also gonna be working on a D&D campaign for like this Saturday.
That's cool. You sound off.
Hmm. In what way? I might have had to clear my throat a bit.
Yeah, cause you're like slightly robotic. I'm not gonna lie.
It might be a noise suppression. Yeah, my uh, I kind of have my AC running as well.
Yeah, I have my AC running
Um,
too. Unfortunately, it's stupid fucking hot.
yeah. I really don't know what I would do without the AC that I got here. Yeah,
Die.
maybe. How's it sound now?
Better, much better. I don't mind
Okay.
the. I usually don't mind the. Oh, Dekamaru says hi. He says hello
Greetings.
there.
Gerald Kenobi. Someone had to do it.
That's somewhere. That's related to it. I haven't seen those movies since.
Huh. Or, like always a good time too. I guess like if you wanted like a specific time, you could wait until next May. Yeah, make
Uh,
a day or weekend out of it.
Especially if it, like, hold on, let me actually check real quick. When is the next May the 4th? Okay, May the 4th is on a Sunday. Hell yeah.
Yeah. It also like doesn't have to just be like the fourth. You could also do like just the whole weekend if you want to watch all of them, which I did at one point.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Wonder what kind of a persona vessel, vessel that you're gonna make. It makes it sound like I have a Gundam now. Like somehow I'll be sitting there and going like, it's a. This is for all my love, my hatred, and all of my sorrow.
I don't think I've ever seen any Gundam.
Yeah,
I,
it's
I heard
very
nothing but good things about it. Or
yeah,
like it's historical, like it's a big impact and all.
yeah. And it's important to like note where it's not the first mecha. It's not even like the world's best mecha anime, but it's like, it's
It's influential.
yeah, it's very influential. So basically, what I'm doing today, I know you saw a little bit of like what I've been asking people is like what would be my persona if they knew nothing about the OCs that I currently have. Like currently, I have a
Yeah.
badger. I love my badger.
Uh, I did. I never mentioned it, but I actually quite like the badger. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not really sure about the shark, if I want to be honest. But
that's
like the
fair.
badger, I actually quite like.
I I I made the shark for for the sake of doing like an art study for Sonic. And of course, because I'm me, I of course decide to use the animals that are used the least, the
Mm.
absolute least in uh, in any
In like
franchise
art study.
because as an art study because of course I would. I want to make myself fucking difficult.
Well, you just want to be unique, is all.
Yes, I am a unique little snob.
The
I want all of
was
the
this for?
sorry god.
So was this for the badger or the shark?
This was for this one that I'm drawing right now.
Um, but by the way, I can't see it.
Oh
It's on
yeah,
Twitch, if I'm not seeing it right.
I am so sorry. I do not have screen share on. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I was so focused on making sure the stream was okay. I didn't even realize. I'm so dumb.
Let's see.
Hey, it's the Posy. Posy. You are a good Ruby. But yeah, what were you saying?
I don't remember. I think it was like what were you speaking about with like the either the badger or the shark or
Oh, for
that's where I left off at
yeah,
least.
the shark is the shark is the Sonic OC.
That's right. I
Yeah,
think I remember now.
yeah. It's the Sonic OC because of course I want to find like the most unique designs that nobody uses because of course I do. Also, happy early birthday, Kenny. I'm sure that you're gonna have a lot of fun with that. Let's hear. Um, I used to make a character that can shapeshift into anyone, so that in the multiverse, and make them that he travels to any multiverse he travels. So he's basically like Sora from Kingdom Hearts. Hey, Faith.
Like Kingdom Hearts seems so interesting, except like it's just this huge like oeuvre. I guess I can describe it as.
Oeuvre.
But
What is
like
oeuvre?
if but it's French for work. But like
Ah.
it's like to it's like an yeah it's like this big giant work of art that is very hard to approach because it's just sprawling everywhere. I guess like kind of. I guess like, but I think Kingdom Hearts is ironically more just dense, whereas like One Piece is like just really really long, and like not all of it is like of maximum importance. Like there's like definitely filler arcs. I feel like what I hear about Kingdom Hearts is that like Kingdom Hearts is not a lot of games,
Right.
relatively
Well,
speaking,
I mean,
but they all feed into each other pretty much. Like
it's very intimidating.
so yeah.
Yeah. The but yeah, thank you guys for coming. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Um, but um, but yeah, like as far as like because whenever I think of a concept like that, my automatic response is like Kingdom Hearts because like as soon as Sora steps into any universe he's in, he like adopts the clothes or adopts the appeal of that world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like the apparel.
Yeah, like it'll be like the apparel or like the species. Like I forget which game this was, but it was like a mermaid, and he just suddenly has a tail. He suddenly is just like, oh shit, I'm a mermaid now. Or like he goes into like Nightmare Before Christmas world, and then is just like decked
skeleton.
out. He's decked out in like the best Hot Topic gear.
Oh my. Also, I should say, in about precisely 10 minutes, I'll leave to get my laundry, so I'm going to dip out for a second.
Me already? Alone?
For like a few minutes, just like grab everything.
Oh, so betrayed.
I know. But you should have known better, though.
I should have known better. You're right. I should have known better and like planned, but I didn't because I'm a dumbass.
And yeah, it never caused to doubt me.
I trusted you. I trusted you with my soul, with my videos, and you left me.
Okay. This would be like, I forgot what I was going to say. That's going to happen quite a lot, I think. I'm just going to forget what I was going to say.
No, it's okay. It's cool. The ADHD is real.
Speaking of which, I seriously need to get medicated for that. Like, I left the other night. I left out like a tub of like ice, like a carton of like ice cream to like thaw out, so I don't have to like dig at it. And it would be over an hour later. I realized it was on the counter, and it had like melted through. And and it happened twice in the same night because I had two different cartons. Like, and it happened twice.
Right.
I mean, to be perfectly fair, I was playing like Crusader Kings 3, and if you know anything about grand strategy games, those are games that like suck up your time. Kind of like, I guess the closest equivalent is be like Civilization, but I don't think. But the thing with Civilization, that's turn-based. Crusader Kings 3 is like real time, so you're constantly like it demands your focus a lot more. I mean, you could pause it, but like
right.
I didn't do that.
Right. Oh god, I had such an ADHD moment. Like this was a few months ago, but it still like haunts my dreams. What I did was I would all I was supposed to do was cook rice and cook some sausages, 2 kielbasas, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know that kielbasas are Polish, but like I keep pronouncing it like it's a Spanish sausage. It's not.
Oh, that's what you were saying. Oh my!
Kielbasa.
I didn't realize. Yeah, I didn't realize what you were saying at that moment.
Yeah, like I know it's Polish, but every time I pronounce it, I can't help but pronounce it in
Like the Spanish way.
In a Spanish accent. I'm like, that's not what that is. Chorizo is. Chorizo, it absolutely is.
But not kielbasa. And you were saying like all you had to do was make like rice and sausage.
Yeah, all I had to do was do that, right? That's all I had to do. I had two steps. Put them on the stove, cook them, and then go back to a cone. That is it. That was all I needed to do. Somehow, in some way, I made jambalaya.
Huh.
By accident.
I'm not entirely sure how that happens. Like, what happened? What could possibly have happened?
So the rice was. So I was cooking the sausage first, and the pan is relatively large because I had like a lot of sausages. So I cut them up, and I'm like, okay, that should be good for eating. And then what I was gonna do is put the rice in a bowl and put it in the microwave, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's it. So that was all I was gonna do. But then like a little thing in my head was like, I should save dishes and put it in the pan. And I was just like, it snowballed from there.
Oh, so you were going to do one thing, but you decided to like add little touches to it until eventually it stopped resembling jambalaya.
It started to just.
Or no, it started resembling.
It started to resemble jambalaya. like every time I was like, okay, that's good. I should be able to. Looks at it again. The meat looks lonely. Let me put more of it. So I started to cook it with a fucking whatchamacallit. I started to cook it with like chicken. Like I cooked the chicken first, obviously, but like chicken, and like I put some peppers in it because I had a bag of like frozen.
Not just peppers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
just all the ingredients that do not belong in kielbasa but do belong in jambalaya.
Yeah, kielbasa is just a sauce, or it's just the sausage. That's all I was cooking.
Yeah.
I was just like,
okay.
I'm going to cook the kielbasa, and then I'll cook, and then at the same time I will cook it with
the rice.
And I thought that was going to be it. 1 hour later of me cooking. And suddenly what I have is
not kielbasa, but jambalaya.
It's just jambalaya. Like I started to toss seasonings in it and shit, and I was just like, my excuse to myself was the rice is kind of dry. Like the rice is kind of old. So let me put some water in it in the stove, and since it's already being cooked with the salts that are in the kielbasa, I shouldn't have to season it all that much.
Jeez.
And then it just started to jambalaya.
I can't imagine. I can't imagine a lot of people being like upset by such a mistake, but like.
The only person that was upset was the people I was in call with, because that was like an hour later.
Oh, all right.
Did it still taste good? Yes, it was delicious because I cooked it.
Yeah, of course it tastes good. It's jambalaya.
It's jambalaya. It's really hard.
You can't go.
Jambalaya.
Yeah, Except one way is making kielbasa instead. That's
like you somehow reverse engineer kielbasa. You reverse engineer the jambalaya, so it's just like all the ingredients put together, and you're just like, nah. But yeah, like
I can just imagine like that being a thing in like like either Hell's Kitchen or Kitchen. I was like, well, this is a very good jambalaya, except I had asked you to make a kielbasa. Insert like dramatic sting here.
So about
like
that, like
about that.
just sitting there going like, well, about that, it just turned into something else entirely. There was no rhyme. There was no reason. Only there were no thoughts. There weren't even thoughts. They were just like, yeah.
Just in the confession cam.
Right. It's just like I don't know what happened. At one point I was just cooking the kielbasa, and then the ancestors whispered in my ear,
"A good jambalaya," said.
Put in chili peppers.
The someone made like there's this one guy. He made like an entire like Hell's Kitchen episode with like the cast of like Breaking Bad with like art like cut up footage and stuff.
Right.
I think I say like as your former editor, that's kind of like I would say inspiring, except there's no way I could do that. Or at least I could do it, but like it's not. It's not hard work. It's just very tedious with all those masks and whatnot.
Oh yeah. I can only imagine the type of like bullshit you had to go through just for any of it.
Like any of your videos,
like or any of the video. Well, I can imagine that. But the thing is that because I edited my own videos, I know how to edit.
Yeah.
I just didn't have like a lot of time to do so.
Yeah. Yeah. Like like you were using that shark thing, right?
Yeah.
It was like Lightworks.
Yeah, I no longer use that.
Yeah, I don't recall it ever being good either.
You said that it was like the most shit possible.
This feels awful.
Like you just ended up like using like your own program, I think.
Yeah, I used Adobe Premiere. Like I don't have anything Adobe anymore except like Acrobat, which is free. Right. It just costs like way too much to like keep the subscription.
Yeah, and they steal your stuff too now.
In what regard? Like.
Oh, you didn't hear about the Adobe stuff?
Well, like I didn't have like an Adobe account anymore, so like it didn't like.
It wasn't like relevant.
I guess not. I might have heard like rumblings or whatever, but like what did you hear?
Basically, what they do is that they're training it for an AI program to feed into the AI program.
Okay. Yeah.
For larger companies.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
Yeah. So
that doesn't sound great.
So everybody's been like pirating it, but then like at some point, Adobe supposedly made it illegal to do. Like it was already illegal to do that. I want to point that out, but like it's now like arrestable.
Oh, they're actively like cracking down on it.
Yeah, they're cracking.
I tried this one thing. It was like DaVinci Resolve. It's not quite the same. It also doesn't play nice with any like MP4 files, which is all we've been using whenever we did like your videos. Yeah. So like, yeah, that was like, I'd say like, yeah, that was a really big barrier. Yeah. In any case, I'm gonna go real quick and like get my laundry.
Yeah,
I'll be right back.
Me. Leave me all alone by myself.
I never really was on your side.
Oh my god! How dare you?
All right, I'll be back.
Yeah. Oh, hey Noah. Let's hear. What's your favorite crystal gem? Are we talking about the crystal gems in general, or are we just saying like the gems, like as in any of the characters from the show? Use Krita. I use Krita now whenever I make art or edit images. Yeah, I use I obviously I use Clip Studio Paint. I just like the way it feels. Like it's gotten me through some shit. It's got me through some major shit. We are the crystal bands. We're gonna save the day. And we're gonna eat tacos and make them go away. And then we'll go to the bathroom because we're eating way too much for our tummies. What am I doing? What am I doing with my life? I went to college. If you when you wanted to make a masa, but you accidentally make jambalaya. Oh my god, it's funny. This is a little Shinji pose. It's a little Shinji pose too. It's awesome. I might make this into a multi-parter though, because I feel like there are a lot of there's a lot of stuff that people suggested. I had to preface though that like I had to say like no, it's not a badger. It's just a it's not a badger. It's just if you didn't know me for anything I chose, what would the creature be? Like if you had like any thoughts on it. And a lot of people said fox, which I thought was kind of fun. Like I thought it was fun, but I also kind of I'm one of those people that thinks like wolves and foxes are somewhat basic, but I understand why they're so prominent. They're very fun. They're very they're look at how my people make my see my art. It's very demure, very very cultured. Um, the usual statement would be like a fox, like, and normally foxes are they're not bad. I just think that foxes have like a foxes tend to be a bit boring as far as like everybody has like a fox at one point. I'm sure I had a fox at one point. I probably had a wolf, but I just think that I could do more with the different animals. Again, no knocking people who like wolves. Joe likes wolves. It's his animal. It's his animal. And live you know him as Eder, but but I think that there's more that can be done with other animal types, and I think that it could be fun to play with those. The other one that came up was fun. My friend Nick's actually suggested it, and it was a strawberry tiger. And I love the idea of a strawberry tiger. Strawberry tiger sounds awesome. Um, that sounds badass. I'm not gonna lie to you. Mm. Nang, 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 nang. Yum, 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 yum. It is hot as fucking California, baby.
I'm back.
Hello. So what would be your fursona? I'm just curious.
I really don't know. I took like a because like I did take like a what animal would you be
Right.
thing, and I think I forgot what it was. I think it wasn't bear. It wasn't that.
I could see
It
bear.
was like between walrus and something else.
You as a walrus sounds hilarious.
Oh no, I've lost quite a bit of weight since then.
No, I'm just
And I'm
saying
not
in
quite as
general, you as a
sensitive.
walrus would be hilarious. Not because you're. It wasn't a fat joke. It was. It
Like,
was.
it's I know, like I really don't know. I think it was like crap. It was like a really big like
It was a.
if I could just find it, it was like somewhere around there. But like I'll have to think about it. Like if you had asked me like 15 or so years ago or whatever, I'd say like wolf. Obviously, I was
Yeah.
like one of those kids.
Well, I mean, everybody. I was just talking about it a little bit earlier while I was just talking to myself. Um, wolves are like the go-to um, creature, right? Like they're like when you think of like a cool animal, that's like immediately step number one.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Like it would be like wolves or foxes.
hmm, it
Um,
wolves, foxes. I'm sure some people pick cats.
yeah, a lot of people pick cats. Cats are also a good first OC type.
I feel like they might have changed
Are
but they
you
might
like
have
taking the
changed the
quiz
animals.
again?
I'm not taking the quiz again. I have this other thing I have to do. I actually have to like work on like my medical stuff, but like I got sidetracked by the like like what animal would you be? It
Well,
was like
sorry, again.
no like that was all.
Okay. The reason why I decided to do this stream is because recently, they go by actually Ray in they go by actually Ray in um on Twitter, but on YouTube they're Ginja Ninja,
All right.
and they did like a little bit of a clickbait kind of video where they were like, well, I accidentally became a furry or something like that.
Hmm.
It came out not too long ago, and it got me thinking about like, you know, I haven't really like looked into my character designs lately. Like, let me look at it, and then I was like, well, what do other people think of like my character, right? Like, what would be their what would be their perception of me based on what animal they think I would be, and like the answers were interesting. I put the answer up or the question up in the Discord, right? And like, funny enough, you just brought up like how we first met. And it was the first. It was like, you stole my fries, and I'm like, how are you still bitter about this?
I always remembered. I never forgot. I mean, like that's the whole reason. I joke like that's the whole reason I became your editor, so I'd have enough money to buy fries for you to steal.
Exactly, it's reparation.
So I can like buy back the fries.
And then I just keep eating the fries.
What's the, like when I had the money to buy the fries, at least.
Yeah.
That's extra shitty. I didn't always buy fries. I was struggling just as much as you. Sort of. Not really.
Yeah, that was back when computers would come up more often.
Yeah. Let's.
Oh, what is? I think that noise is from upstairs. Jesus Christ. Oh, that's the shower. Fuck.
Oh.
Let's see here. That's here. Let me like read off some of the answers though, from the Discord. Let's hear. From the Discord, our options. Like the first thing somebody said was fox. You stole my fries. Cats.
I definitely see fox, by the way. Like if it wasn't badger, like I guess fox works too.
Right. But like the way that you said it was like you stole my fries from. You tried to steal my fries from college, and I'm like, where the fuck does that come from?
Well, like foxes like are known for like stealing food. I mean, out from the.
I thought that you were gonna say like raccoon based on that.
I mean, I guess that could work. I mean, like, I didn't want to imply you stole food from the trash, but
you're not trash.
But you're trash, like me.
The trash.
I
could see you be a raccoon.
Oh, like fox, but actually foxes do that too. Apparently, like in fact, they're if they don't hunt for their own food, they do that too.
Right. Calling me an opportunist. Yeah, I was an opportunist for them fries. I remember that was like how I gauged people's like reaction to me. I would just steal their fries. Hello, Zoa. Hello. Nah. Hi.
I took the test again, and apparently I am mountain goat.
You're a what?
Mountain goat.
You're a mountain goat.
Apparently, does this is after retake? I think like it kind of looks familiar. I think like it should say like what my other results were.
I love the idea of you as a mountain goat. Like you got the horns and then you got the like weird eye look to it.
Careers and hobbies, movie critic, writer. Okay, this works. I also like don't mind walking places.
This is fair.
And the other thing is like I actually like I like to imagine I have a really good like sense of like balance, like like physically. Like I don't like I hardly ever like fall and like with it
Well, that's
at
because
all. Like I can
your feet are so huge. You're
yeah,
so
like
tall.
they kind of are. They kind of are. Like I do need like wide feet. You know what? Fine. I'm a mountain goat. I'm sure-footed.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Oh, so there's your first Sona.
There's your Fursona. You can now draw Emperor Moth as a mountain goat.
Oh yeah, that's right. Moth. That was my first Sona. Well, I don't need this test anymore.
I don't need this test. No, you got the.
Fine. If I must be a mammal, I will be mountain goat. But I would prefer to be a moth. I actually really like
Moths are very
moths.
cool. I have a death head hawk moth as a plushie.
Hmm. The I don't think I ever said precisely like where I got the name the Emperor Moth from. Did I?
You ever did. No.
That was a. It's quite strange. It's like a.
Is it quite strange?
So here's where it came from. Uh so like it came from this like a children's book. I believe it was like a Mary Pope Osborne one. It was like Spider Cane and the Mystery Under the like May Apple, I think it was. Like no, I know hardly anything about the book at all. Like essentially, the plot can be summarized as like this butterfly lost his girlfriend who was ostensibly kidnapped by a nefarious figure known as the Emperor Moth, and he enlists Spider Cane to help like track him down or whatever. That he's like a Spider Cane is like a detective or something. On like one of the covers, he has like a trench coat and like fedora. He's a detective. He has to. He's a private dick, as they're called.
He's a PI. He's a professional dick.
Yeah. But in like the only reason I remember this book is like it was one of those books that they read to you. Like it was like a very long time ago. It was like first grade or something. The only reason I remember is because there's like a plot twist. Turns out like his girlfriend was not kidnapped, and like the Emperor Moth is Spider Cane. He was the Emperor Moth, and the whole thing was like a test for the guy to like join his like super secret like agency to like stop crime or whatever. Which that's actually like I feel a pretty cool twist. I have no idea like what the plot is besides that, but like that was like what stuck out to me.
Right.
Plus, it's a nice like it's a pretty cool title. Like, who doesn't want to call themselves the Emperor Moth?
I remember there was a book that I still to my barest of knowledge, and maybe somebody can fucking find this thing. I remember a book where it was about a middle schooler or elementary school detective, and he was a frog detective, and then his friend was like a mouse or a rat or something. And I swear to you, I feel like every time I talk about this story, people have no idea what I'm talking about, and it sounds like a fever dream. But I remember it so vehemently fond. Like not, I don't know about fondly, but I definitely remember it.
But it is like in your mind.
Yeah. So basically, what happened is that there's this guy, and it opens up to like him being like super fucking bored because there are no good cases. His friend is going like, "Oh, what about this case? Nah. What about this case? I already solved it." What do you mean? What about this case? I don't know. There's no good cases. Nobody's hiring me for anything, even though I'm in fucking elementary school in like what seems like a private school kind of situation. And then like meanwhile, all of these kids start going like, oh, math. Like it's like they're being brainwashed. Math.
Oh my! What a lesson to teach the children.
And like if the math teacher it turns out that math teacher is like hypnotizing everybody to turn in their homework or some shit.
Oh no.
And like it turns into something a little more sinister, like low key, but I forget what it was. I swear to you, every time I describe this and every time I try to find this book, I can't find it. It's not there, and it frustrates the shit out of me.
Certainly sounds familiar.
Right.
Like, also, if you're hearing like crinkling in the background, I'm like fishing out like, all the mail that I've been sort of piling up. Like, this is important stuff too. Like, like response required stuff. So
Yeah.
what are you gonna do?
Every time I get respond to stuff, type of mail,
Mail.
I look at it and go like, this is not that type of mail. These are ads.
No. These are like this is actual like government stuff. Like like bank and like healthcare sort of thing. Like of all the days to do it, I had to do it today. But
I mean, to be fair, I didn't like plan out this. Like in my head, I planned it out where I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna stream on Wednesday because I have my day off. But yeah. I am doing okay. I'm doing alright. I am currently just working on this. It's a random piece. It's not really like a fully registered piece, I think. I again, for anybody who's, I think the count has been like pretty consistent of people have stayed. Basically, what's going on is that I have been curious about what people would give give me as an OC if I didn't have like my lovely badger. I have other OCs technically. Like I have quite a. I have I think I have like a few. Most people know me for my pony OC from My Little Pony, which I still stand by. I still love the design. I know that one point I should probably update that. But I do love the design, just generally.
Oh, the pony design.
The pony design.
I think I think like that's probably like the peak design or whatever. It's the like the My Little Pony design at least.
Yeah.
Like it's just the.
It's very me.
Yeah.
Like that's usually what people think.
It's also like it's the most detailed as well.
Yeah, it really is. Like I really just decided to go ham on it. I was just like, you know what this could use? More. More what? More.
Yeah. It's got the jacket, it's got like the eyeliner, it's got the hair. Well, it has like there's a lot more than like the others. One thing I liked when I was editing, I think it was like I forgot which. It was like the one about Cozy Glow is one of them.
Yeah.
But like I did like because like this is when you were using the transitory like avatar where like it was like the new style, but it wasn't quite like the one you ended up with. Like it was supposed to be like the transition point of it.
Yeah.
But like I did like a flashback to like when you had watched the first episode with Cozy Glow, when you were watching it with editor, and like I used your old avatar to like for like the passage of time. I like details like that.
Yeah, that was a fun one. I like that use of it, especially because it's a really easy way to indicate like this not only is this a passage of time, it's a progression. I hate drawing hands. Still do. Still looks awkward. Still looks like a little claw. Ooh. Oh. Yum yum. Pizza time. Hell yeah, pizza time. I need to edit that streaming pod so that it can put out my my fucking whatchamacallit, my Patreon instead. Yeah, you better develop the technology so that you can get me pizza.
I will be right back.
Abandoned me again. Oh. I should probably take a nap after this, honestly. I'm tempted to try Editor's extra thick pizza one day. Do it. Why did you wait? It's so good. No, that's fair. He usually saves that one up for like for like one a month. Color palette. Well, this particular one is going to be more like a. This one is more to do with my general design. Like it doesn't really have like the fantasy colors that I think a lot of other OCs do, but well, not a lot of them. I feel like I'm seeing less and less of the fantasy coloring, and I do miss it because I feel like those are very fun to play with. But I also understand why it's not nearly as popular. I feel like it can get really messy really quickly. So I'm gonna go with some natural color a color palette at the moment, just with Piper, since she is kind of more of a color palette. Um, she's a natural color palette type girl. She don't put the makeup on. She's not like other girls. uh,
Ugh, I'm back.
Hello.
Yeah. I just have papers all over the place now.
Hey, I'm not like other girls. I have snake arms.
I've heard that before.
I love
I think
that.
like especially it was popular when like there was like one episode of The Owl House when like Luz had like a strange fungal infection on her head and it caused her to like imagine the socks on her hands with snake arms.
That's great. By the way, the fact that Loose exists made me so happy.
But yeah, like I imagine so like it really speaks to like a lot of people. Like frankly,
Well, that and also it pronounces it correctly. That's the other thing.
yeah.
Because like, so many people would say that my last name was Delu. It was Deluz.
I was like, I thought you were gonna say like Deluz.
Yeah, they also would say that.
Yeah.
They would pronounce it like Deluz, um, or it would be or they would pronounce it like Deluz. Like Deluz does not necessarily like it's not wrong, but it's one of those names where it's like, that's not how you pronounce it.
Uh, how would you pronounce it actually? Like, how is it actually pronounced?
Deluz.
Say it again. Deluz.
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 Yeah.
Okay. Andrew, like, so his name is Andres.
Andres.
Like yeah, Andres. But like, it's funny. Like he often says like somehow people mispronounce it in the weirdest way. Like, it would be on like the BBA, the DFA, be like Anders. Is there an Anders here?
Yeah.
Like that's legitimately something that's somehow people have pronounced it that way.
Right.
Even though that.
Yeah.
Like even though like I mean like he's actually said like I don't think he said he's like dyslexic. I think did I mispronounce dyslexic?
Dyslexic.
Dyslexic. well, like on the topic of mispronunciations, but but like even he couldn't understand how someone could like mispronounce it in such a strange way.
Right. Or
Such a uniquely Anglo way. Dude. Darren Anders here.
right. The Day Lose one stuck out to me because like I had a teacher. His last name was Sherwin, right?
Hmm.
So in possibly the weirdest way of trying to compliment somebody, um, he was like oh, sure when they lose. No, that's not. That's not.
Ugh, my guts shrinking in on themselves.
Oh god, and I was
You
and
would pun with pick a pocket.
I was just like I would look at him and go like, why are you doing? But then I got in trouble with the guy because I asked him why he was getting married.
Uh, I can't imagine asking someone that, but like if you felt the need to ask, perhaps an answer is warranted.
Right?
I mean, I don't know. I guess like I don't really understand. I mean, like I understand why you would get in trouble with it. I also don't understand why you would ask the question. But once again, I don't know why you get in trouble for that. If you just it was an honest question, like why are you getting married?
Yeah, why are you getting married? It was a genuine curiosity for me. I wasn't trying to be malicious. I wasn't
Yeah,
trying
I
to
don't.
be a smart ass. I was just like,
You shouldn't have been. You should not have gotten in trouble.
no,
But like, I feel like there's not a lot of answers like that are acceptable besides because we love each other.
right?
Because if it's not that reason, perhaps it's not the right reason.
Of course, right? But like,
Well,
my
I guess like that's not entirely fair. I guess, but I'll let you go ahead.
right. The reason I asked was because like at the time I was very much going like, oh, like, oh, how why do people get married? Like it was very much one of those questions. But my
Like,
autistic
there's
ass was just like, why are you getting married?
how old were you when you asked this?
I was in high school.
Okay. Uh, I think like I guess the thing is like there's hardly any reasons to get married besides in this day and age. There's not a lot of reasons to get married besides because you love each other. But there is like a lot of reasons why you wouldn't get married.
Right.
Like if your financial situation does not work, then perhaps like don't get married because like it might be weird with like entangling finances or whatnot.
Right.
And also like perhaps you love each other, but perhaps you don't quite know each other. And you should probably do that first.
Exactly, right? Though any of those answers would have been acceptable. But his ass, it was like, you should probably go to the principal and leave this room.
Perhaps I guess I don't want to read too much into it, but perhaps that response is a little telling.
But also, I would like to point out that he did get kicked out of the school. I don't know for what reason.
I'd have liked to know. Like I guess I'm just naturally nosy. I'd be like, why does anyone know?
You want to know the cheese
I guess so. Is it? What does that mean?
Chisme, gossip. It's gossip.
I've heard tea. I've not heard that.
Chisme is Spanish.
For is it Spanish for tea?
It's Spanish for gossip.
I guess it's like that's the same thing. Spanish is like gossip is tea.
I mean, technically yes, but in Spanish it's té.
Té. Yeah, what a roundabout conversation this has been.
Yeah, this is very odd.
But yeah, like I'd have wanted to know, and also like, I guess like if you were like sent to the principal's office for such an innocuous question, then he gets kicked out, you're like, I knew there's something wrong.
Right? It's just like validation.
See, I knew not to trust that guy.
Right.
Apparently, Mia Farrow.
It's spelled Deluz. just means of, and loose just means light. That's all it means. It's why the first spells that she learns is light magic. Cause get it? It's a dumb reference.
It's an illusion, I guess. It's thematic.
Yeah, it's thematic. It's a fun reference.
I'll tell you this: getting medicated will make prepping for D&D a lot easier.
Oh yeah, probably. I remember when Jaded Animations came out with that ADHD episode, and she was just like,
right.
"Oh my god, these drugs are amazing."
Precisely. That's also partly what I'm feeling is like, maybe if I just did this, things might work out at least. That video also came out at just the right time. Like that was like, well, it wasn't like right away, but it was like only a few months after I was diagnosed,
right.
And I'm like, huh. How serendipitous that this has come out.
Right. It was just like the right time for you.
Also, like during the diagnosis, I was found to be hyperlexic, which means like I have a really big vocabulary, and I found that tickled me a little bit because like the reason I have one of my best friends now. The only reason I met her was because I was in like another server because I was playing Among Us and I was role playing as like a tech priest from. I was role playing as a tech priest from Warhammer 40k, which means I would like use a lot of big technical words for very mundane things, while also screeching about tech heresy and ordering the heretics to be violently decompressed once we found the imposter. And like the people who I was playing with were like, that you were pretty funny. How about you join our server? I'm like, you know what? I think I will. And then like I met a bunch of people there, including like one of my best friends now, because I invited her to play Mutant Year Zero. Like that's an RPG. And like it's just such a strange way to meet people. Just role playing as a tech priest on Among Us for like a year. I'm kind of sick of playing Among Us though. Like I feel like I'm a little over it, but it was fun while it lasted.
Yeah, nobody has to play the same game over and over again.
Yeah, it kind of sucks for the server because like it's gone a lot quieter since then. But I feel the reason I was playing as like a tech priest in Among Us is because like I was bored of like normal Among Us, just playing as myself. So I'm like, you know what? I'll inject a little fun into this by being completely incomprehensible and rabid.
Just be like the most unhinged you could possibly be.
This individual was found terminated in the macro batteries. It was like, what is he saying? I have a lot of screenshots where people are like, bro, Red, what are you with these words?
Somebody in the chat is asking, what does decompress mean?
In this context, it means being like shoved out the airlock. Like you open the airlock doors and they get thrown out into space from like the force, like just from the force of like all the like air and oxygen leaving the ship. I'm told that's not quite scientifically correct, but that's where we're at. If it's on a map where they're thrown into the lava, I say like incineration. Or if it's on the map where like it's in that sky station or whatever, I would order them to be defensated. Defensated.
That's a good word.
That's where you're thrown out of window. A lot of people in Russia are suffering from it.
Oh, I thought that was Oh god, is that the word that they were talking about on Watcher, like in Puppet History?
I'm not sure. I think there was like an incident in Prague called the Defenestration of Prague, where a bunch of that's what it was. That's where I forgot like who started who, but it all like culminated in like a couple of like priests being thrown out of a window in Prague. They're fine, by the way. I think they landed on like hay or
I don't think they're
or
fine
something.
now. I I think they're dead.
Well, no. Yes. Well, like at the time they were okay, but like it ended up leading to like I don't know, like 80 years of war or something like that. It was a wild time. No, it wasn't 80 years. I think it was like 30 years. Still a very long time, an entire generation of war. But like it all started because there was like an argument and like they stormed into the church or whatever, or it was like the Imperial Diet building, and they threw them out of a window, and thus war has happened. So yeah, you don't want to get differentiated.
And we all learned a new word.
Yeah, a lot of people. I'd like to say people I played with in Among Us learned a lot of new words, but I don't think they did. There are some people who are like genuinely mad at like my vocabulary. Like I can't understand why. I think they were just like, stop talking this way and play the game right.
I've gotten that before, like where people are trying to listen to what I say. This actually happened literally today before I got on the stream. It was cleaning day, and the cleaning day was about the fridges, right?
Yeah.
And I'm trying to talk about it, and I'm trying to communicate, going like, hey, what we need to do. I was just trying to ask, is it okay if I remove the cans? Because she had already cleaned out her side of the fridge, right? That was all I was trying to say. She took that to mean that I didn't think that she cleaned the whole fridge, and she tried to show me, hey, I cleaned the fridge. I'm like, no, I'm just asking so I can clean under, because, like fridges have those panels.
Yeah.
But she's like, no, I cleaned it there, and I was just like, no, I meant like under it, and I keep on trying to articulate what I mean, and she's like, but I cleaned it.
Wait, can you zoom in a little bit more? Like back to where you were before. There's like a small little like white spot in the hair.
A few of them. It's because I do the lasso, they're the magic tool thing.
Okay.
You see what I mean? It'll happen when you do that.
Yeah.
That is the wrong shape.
Who has joined? Hello, Ed.
That would be me. Hello. Hey, Olaf.
Hey, y'all.
You okay?
I'm okay. I should probably have snack.
That would be a good idea for you to have snack.
But I also do not wish to cook, and I also do not wish to leave. But I also do not want to eat on stream, because you know what that sounds like.
If it's apparently I don't know how to talk like it.
I feel like gummies would be very silent on stream.
No, you don't understand. That's not what I mean.
Oh, I like what you're going for here, hon.
Thank you. I do think that her snout is a little too fox-like. Like, this is supposed to be the Piper Badger, so maybe just elongating this a little more. Elongating the snout just a bit. Or maybe it's just a matter of the pattern.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot. Can you hear my mouse clicking?
Yes.
I hope not.
Yes, but very, very faintly. It's not enough for me to say. It's not enough for me to say. Can you stop clicking, please?
Like when somebody clicks the pen.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely, because like the only thing is like it was really loud the last stream I was on. This I remember, but I was actually quite shocked at just how like I kept noticing it.
Right. Yeah. Ways around getting that is how far away is your microphone away from your mouse, and what is the gain on your microphone?
I have a tape measure right here.
You just have that.
Oh yeah, like it's.
I mean, okay, I'm gonna be giving him a bit of the doubt here because I also have a tape measure on my desk.
4 feet.
Yeah, but you do models.
Yeah.
I don't know why I have it. I think it was like I needed it for something, then I just kept it around because I kept needing it. I think I was measuring feet.
Sorry, honey.
You know what I think it was? I think I keep it around because I was measuring pizza.
Why were you measuring pizza? I do remember that post, by the way.
Measuring pizza. I mean, normally they. What
Well,
were you
because like
trying
it
to?
costs.
Were you
It
trying to
costs
catch
more.
them out in the order?
Well, no, it's because you. Well, it's because like because like I needed to like internalize like how big is this pizza because it costs more if they're bigger. So I needed like value for money, this sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, like I'm ordering this pizza. I'm not going down to like get pizza. Not since the pizza place nearby closed down. They didn't pay the taxes.
Pizza at least.
It was okay, but it was like close by. That's the thing. It was like it was like a 30 minutes walking there, or like I think it was like more like 20 minutes. But it was like local pizza, and it's gone now because the guy didn't pay his taxes.
Damn.
It's like 180. It was $180,000 from what I read.
Damn.
And it was like right before 4th of July too. Like that's prime business hours in Rockport, which is a money town. So like yeah, it's very vexing. I have no idea what to do for food now.
Well, you could.
So I've been cooking, but also like
and
but also like
the money shot.
I've been like I've been ordering from this other place, but that's in Gloucester, and that costs whatever.
No, I get.
That was really weird. It was really weird seeing it was like just closed one day. Like I literally was dropped off to like get a snack before going home, and I saw it was like seized by like the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. It was quite crazy.
It was
like,
seized?
Oh yeah, if you don't pay your taxes on your business, the state just comes in and takes it. Because
unfortunately, I'm not aware of this.
Yeah.
Well, I imagine something similar happens in the UK. Like if you have like a business that hasn't been paying taxes, like government just takes it and like liquidates all the assets pretty much.
Right.
Like it's just.
That would be how it works.
I heard like the original owners because like it was bought because like this wasn't the owner who like started the business. It was bought by them. Like the other owners like retired or whatever. They still owned the building or whatever. But I heard they were trying to get back into like that business once it was seized. But I'm not so sure anymore. So there's no. So if you want local pizza, you can't. You have to order it from Gloucester or whatever. Rant's done. I think that was the most interesting part of it.
The pizza I ordered was $12.49, $2.49, and this is in pounds. That is really cheap for a large pizza, which was supposed to be a medium-sized pizza.
I think like the thing is like this pizza. It's not like the pizza I'm ordering now is not expensive, but it's delivery and that has like an extra cost.
But is it DiGiorno?
It's not DiGiorno. Decidedly not DiGiorno. DiGiorno is its own place.
Alright. I think I'm going to stick with a flat on this.
Ed, I think.
Normally
So Ed, you missed. Yeah, Ed, you missed the story of how I met like a bunch of friends in Among Us by role playing as a tech priest.
He's gonna get the joke.
Yeah, I knew he would. You'll know.
Do I have a theory? Yes. My theory is the red in Among Us a giant asshole?
You would.
I also had to choose red in Among Us because like that's the color.
Do you have a massive fixation about hitting your cyberdong against a toaster?
I would just use a bunch of big words and people got mad when I did that. But I'm serious too. They're like, red, stop talking this way. Vote red.
Ultramarines may not be ultramarine blue after all. In fact, they may be a shade of cobalt blue, making their entire existence a massive lie.
Access denied.
Do segways still exist in the 41st millennium?
Yeah.
God.
I think
Are
that'd be-
legs actually vehicles driven by tiny snotlings?
By tiny snotlings. Alright,
Oh, Lord.
so this is the default badger. So
Yeah,
this
she's sexy as hell.
I do think that her snout could be a little longer for this, but this is a good like baseline for us.
It's perspective. Like it's probably the same.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay. You saying that this is the base of it? You're not going for the flannel on the green?
I mean, I could. This is just mostly a thought experience, but I could do that real quick. Just give me 1 second.
I was gonna say, because if you did that, then I would say that you could use this picture to be like a profile picture for you, like if you drew her like sitting down on a couch or something.
Oh, that'd be fun. I usually just think of her like doing something like I don't know. I just imagine her just being tired. Like if somebody caught her in a good moment. It was like, I love being a teacher, and then this is a few years later, like that SpongeBob meme. With
Which one?
The one. Right, that's not specific enough at all.
You know, that SpongeBob meme. Which one? You know, the one. My leg!
No, it's not that one. It's the one where SpongeBob is talking to the cashier. He pulls out a picture of the cashier when he first worked here, and then a picture of the cashier after he's worked there, meeting SpongeBob.
He has that effect on people.
Yeah, he does. Alright, so this is baseline Badger Piper. This is probably how I draw her on a normal basis, though maybe the snoot being a bit longer. Oh god.
That was good. The snoot looks acceptable.
The snoot is acceptable. This snoot is fine for the time being.
The snoot is boopable.
Gustavo free. It is acceptable.
It is acceptable boop. Oh god. Fucking dice just
Yes.
flipped. That's great. Let's see here. So this is look at her. She is very cute, very demure.
I would agree with you if I knew what the word demure is.
Demure means to be delicate and. You shut the fuck up. I could be delicate. Modest, reserved, or serious is what demure means.
That actually does sound more accurate.
Traditionally, that's what that means. Recently, it became a TikTok trend, which is hilarious. Because it's just a bunch of people going like, this is very demure, very respectable, like some shit like that, and I'm just like, this is the funniest shit I've ever heard.
You keep using that word.
How is it How is it? I was gonna say, how is it respectable? You're on the internet.
Nothing about the internet. She looks like she's posing like she's the next Doctor Who. She does kind of look like she's posing like oh god, what was the female doctor's name?
Yes.
They have. Oh, you mean the actress?
Yeah, the actress.
I was going to say, like, aren't the doctors like just called the Doctor?
Because I swear there was a promotion.
Jodie Whittaker.
Yeah, she looks like she was posed like one of those promotions of her. I don't remember which promotion it was. I'm pretty sure it was one with her, and it was supposed to be a reference to one that fuck brain. It was one that that David Tennant had made as well, I think.
I don't know. I'm gonna sound like a right boomer saying this, but as soon as Tennant left the show, I just left interest in watching it. I didn't even watch any of the
continued
Matt Smith
watching a bit
episodes.
more. The story got weird, but it's interesting to see how weird it got.
I've never seen Doctor Who.
All you need to the only thing to understand about Doctor Who is man that is somehow able to change form and no one questions it, and then they apply it to law later on. They don't explain it like in James Bond because they actually put it out into law.
Yeah, I think I know parts of like lore, like he's he's like a timeless alien species.
Right.
Like, but I feel like if I got more into it, I would just expose how ignorant I really am. Because like there's a lot that like I think I'm aware of, but then I realize, oh, wait, that doesn't sound right, does it?
I feel that.
I mean, okay. There might be excerpts of Doctor Who that you might not know yourself, but you've heard of. Like, if I were to randomly say alien names, you would probably be able to understand. Oh, that's them.
I mean, I know the Daleks and stuff, and the Cybermen.
Yeah. If I were to say Jadoon,
the Weeping Angels. Yeah, the Weeping Angels. What was that thing you said?
Jadoon.
Never heard of that.
They're okay, this one's weird. They're an interstellar police force, kind of like the Adeptus Arbitrators, except they're all rhinos.
Oh yeah, I remember that episode.
Yeah.
Rhinos.
Our enemies hide in metal boxes.
The cowards, the fools. We should take away
the metal
boxes. Sindri! Sorry.
And thank you, editor, for following.
For some odd reason, I don't know why I wasn't following.
Yeah, that was weird.
Thank you for following. Wait, you're my boyfriend. Why aren't you following me?
Yeah, that's exactly.
You think you're better than me?
That's exactly the mood. Like, I'm sorry. Am I not good enough for you to follow? Your own girlfriend of 9 years?
I was going to say, there's no way you can say that without it being, like, creepy.
I know,
Says,
right?
oh, you're following me? Oh, you're watching me? Oh, you get notifications about me? Oh, you've made a comment about me? You can't say anything without it making
it sounds really bad when you say it with that tone. It sounds so horrible.
Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, my girlfriend is about to kill me, so please remember to like, comment, and survive.
Dice does want to point out that it is not just rhinos, they are anthropomorphic rhinos.
Yes, okay, good.
I mean, we said right. I mean, I feel like that should be a given.
Well, it doesn't necessarily...
Oh, wait. Are they implying they should do that for this stream? Make a rhino person?
He's just correcting a little bit of it.
Well, how can you be sure until you've made one?
Exactly. Right? Remember when I was talking about the Genja Ninja video that had come out?
Oh, yeah.
And that was what inspired this stream. She actually, or they actually had, like, as their first drawing or their first character design was a rhino. It had like a electric kind of like arch, like a bow arch on their nose, which was really cool.
Oh yeah.
And then they had like a little mouse friend. Who looked
Oh
like
yeah, I
a
remember
kid.
that now.
So the helmets look cool, but the aliens themselves kind of look like the henchmen from The Fifth Element.
Oh, they do kind of.
Oh my god, they do, yeah.
I don't mean it very complimentary, but you know, that's what they look like.
I mean, Fifth Element was a good movie for its time.
Yeah.
For its time.
I don't know if it stands up to now.
I would have to look at it. I haven't seen it in forever. I'm told that it's still good.
It's okay. I thought it was okay. I can't stand Ruby Rod though.
Oh god, no. But there is one universal scene in that entire movie, which is the whole reason you want to watch it. Come on, man, give me the cash. Come on, give me the cash.
I don't think I remember that. Yeah, it was actually it was also a while. I don't think it was a while ago since I saw it too.
Basically, Bruce Willis is getting a gun pointed to him, and he's just like, "You haven't loaded it." And the guy's a stone nervous. He's like, "What do you mean? You know, you gotta press the little yellow button to load it." He's like, "Come on, give me the cash. Come on, give me the cash." And then he just pulls an actual gun next to his head and just like, "I'll just take that." Just puts it into an ammo rack, and the guy is just like, "I like your hat, by the way." And he just starts doing like this weird dance, like he's just shit himself, like, "Ooh, you like it? Thank you, thank you." It's so fucking weird.
So like, I'm gonna get into like some of the design. I didn't want to go straight into like all my OCs because that's gonna just take up this entire stream, and it took half the stream just to draw a Piper.
Fair.
I feel like I and Ed haven't helped. Like, you know, with like the talking and whatnot.
Well, it helps. It helps.
Yeah.
Okay, it makes it helps.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you know, when I tell you to always do good with when it comes to creativity, when you've got background noise that you can either pay attention to or just let it flow naturally.
Yeah, I remember too. There's this Ray Williams. He's the director of. He was the director for Who Framed Roger Rabbit. And in his book Animator Survival Guide, which is like recommend reading for anybody who wants to learn animation or has an interest in animation. Like, I highly recommend this book. There's this whole spread where he talks about how he talked to an animator he really admired, and he was like, "Hey, what music do you listen to when you're drawing?" And there's just a whole page that says, "I'm not fucking smart enough to listen to music and draw at the same time." Like, go straight back into. Actually, let me go grab that.
That sounds entertaining.
This is the second stream in a row where I've been playing with like a measuring tape to like keep myself occupied.
Okay, I want to put out a reasoning to why you have the measuring tape there, because you obviously are no 40k like I do, and Krim said that. Okay, so you have a measuring tape because you do models. Seeing as though you also do 40k, that's probably the reason why.
Well, I don't have models. I don't have like figures or anything.
Right.
I'm a video game / like internet fan. I like it. Plus, also, it's expensive.
Oh
like,
god, yeah.
It's very expensive.
This is why I'm doing my own hobby now, not 40k stuff.
Yeah.
I would love to get like a Mechanicus army. That seems like something really nice.
Okay, so here's the quote. Lesson 1: unplug. Take off your headphones. Turn off the radio. Switch off the CD. Take off the tape. Close the door. Like many artists, I had a habit of listening to classical music or jazz while working. On one of my first visits to Milt Call, that's the name of the animator, I innocently asked, "Milt, do you ever listen to classical music while you're working?" Of all the stupid goddamn questions I have ever heard, I never heard such a fucking stupid question. I'm not smart enough to think of more than one thing at a time. I won't do it again. I won't do it anymore.
Does he have a?
This scene is actually animated. I don't know if he animated it himself, but this is like a 3-page spread anyway. Or no, 4 spread, because it's the first page, then it's then it's a 2-page spread, and then it's the 1 page again. And I love how there's a picture of Frank Herman here that says animation is concentration.
Animation is concentration.
Since it came from a genius, this made quite an impression on me. After this, I learned to face the silence and think before swirling my pencil around. My animation improved right away. This has been the case for many artists. I've passed this wisdom along. Recently, 2 previous sound-addicted computer animators were shocked to find that their plugged-in colleagues constantly made them objects of ridicule for not having wires coming out of their ears. They were even more surprised at the startling improvement in their work. End of lesson 1. This is lesson 1. This book is great. I should find I think I've shown you the animation of it at one point.
What was that part again that you said about the? Read that part again. Sorry.
Which part are you talking about? When he has the stutter, because the guy had a stutter apparently.
No. The bit after the bit you just read, like there's a bit of that stuck out to me. I'm like, what?
Oh, let's see here. Let me try to find my page again because it's that last bit, right?
I think so. Yeah, the bit you just read.
Okay. This has been the case for many artists when I've passed this wisdom along. Recently, 2 previous sound-addicted computer animators were shocked to find that their plugged-in colleagues instantly made them objects of ridicule for not having wires coming out of their ears. They were even more surprised at the startling improvement in their work. End of lesson 1.
Passing on that wisdom.
Yes.
It seems a little judgmental.
Well, this is a very you learn very quickly. His language is very frank. I mean, the guy was like I think in his 50s when he wrote this.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I feel like I'm only saying that also just because I currently have headphones on and whatnot. I feel rather attacked, I guess.
I think that hold on, let me try to find.
It's a bit arrogant to call it wisdom.
I don't think it's arrogant if the guy has been doing this particular thing for a while. For the past several years.
I feel like it could be both. I mean, I'm not saying I'm not sure if he's wrong or not. But I definitely get I don't know what I get, but
Yeah, there's an arrogance to it, obviously, but if in his past he has seen improvement based on that bit of wisdom, especially if people have disregarded it several times, I think that it's somewhat warranted. I'm not saying that that's nice. I'm saying that it's just one of those things where I've said some frank advice before, and people have not necessarily taken it well. But then once they've taken it and kind of acknowledged what benefits it has, they have gotten some improvement.
yeah. I mean, like, I guess, like, if it works, it works. Also, I watched that thing. That's really smooth animation.
Right. And that's the actual scene that I just read. If anybody has the time, absolutely watch it. Sir, what else? Bye, Cora. Let's see. So let me move on to like people's suggestions. Sorry.
That level of animation honestly makes it look like it's something from a Cuphead villain.
Honestly, yeah, I feel the vibe. If it's that. But also, I wish that more things were animated like Cuphead villains. Let's see here. Let me look over to Twitter to see what people had said, as well as just like some private conversations I had.
I was going to say, I'm fairly certain 68% of people said Fox.
I know, right? That one was surprising to me. I was like, the amount of people who said Fox was weird.
I will say once again, like, it does fit. Like, actually, it fits rather well.
I definitely like. I understand the where it's coming from. I think I'm gonna make this one cheeky.
You are cheeky.
Give it a big fat ass tail.
I mean, it goes along with that IRL.
But yeah, I definitely think I'm gonna do like maybe a separate stream as well to kind of like articulate all the different ones that I did, because I did do because a lot of people did quite a few different options, which I thought were interesting. Some of them were wild.
Yeah, Nix's is very interesting.
Yes, Strawberry Tiger sounds absolutely fucking hilarious, but also amazing.
I have never to this day heard of what a strawberry tiger is. I'm now looking at them and they look photoshopped.
Well, obviously they do Photoshop. Like, is there actually something called a strawberry tiger? Because I thought she was just going.
Yes.
I have to look it up now. Strawberry.
I'll put a. Yeah, it's a tiger that has brown stripes and it blends in with itself.
It looks like it's called a golden tiger. I don't know why it would be called a strawberry tiger. Oh, also known as a strawberry tiger. That's still kind of weird. Like, where does that come from?
It definitely seems more golden. I think it's because it's like slightly red, so it kind of blends in.
A golden tiger, sometimes called a golden tabby tiger, is a Bengal tiger with a color variety caused by a recessive gene. Like white tigers and black tigers, it is a color form, not as separate subspecies. Known for its blonde or pale blonde color and red-brown, not black, in big bold letters here, stripes. The gold tiger coloring sometimes form a recessive trait referred to as wideband, which affects products. Typically orange with... They do.
But I think that all tigers kind of look kind of chunky.
Well, I mean, a lot of tigers is muscle, not chunk.
Yeah, but it's chunk. It's a chunk.
Okay, they're sometimes called strawberry tigers because of the coloration. What strawberries are you eating that are colored like this?
Yeah, I think this. If I could perhaps, theorize, perhaps like the stripes are slightly reddish in color. Other than that, I have no idea. Also, the person suggesting it might have also suggested like a pink tiger, like the Photoshop one.
This is actually coming from the Dakota Zoo. Sometimes called it's also called a golden tabby tiger, sometimes called a strawberry tiger, due to the coloration. This coloration variety of Bengal tiger is and not a separate species. I feel like this is
I just read all that.
Yeah, I feel like you just read this. Did you read this
Yeah.
from the Dakota?
Yeah, he did.
I wrote this from the Dakota Zoo and from Wikipedia.
Yeah, there we go. I'm just.
Yeah.
I need food. I need num nums. Num nums are required.
Go get the num-nums.
But I don't want to cook, and it's gonna take a while for me to cook, and I'll have to end the stream.
I feel like you need like some sort of like on-hand snack.
I do have goldfish. Never mind, I no longer have goldfish.
Tragic.
Tragedy. Tragedy in all things. Oh, Dice just showed me a really cute, somebody's rendition of what a strawberry tiger would look like. It is super cute. It does kind of have a pinkish look to it, though. Like, the orange is somewhat pinky.
I don't see it.
It's like an undertone. Let's hear. So, people said constantly fox or cat. Fox or cat.
I mean, a fox is basically a cat and a dog together.
I just find it interesting because, like, I don't normally go for, like, foxes. I think I talked about this earlier, that, I never really go for, like, animals that a lot of people have OCs for. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
You like to go for the eccentric
Yes,
rather than the basic.
Yeah. Like, for example, when I did the Sonic character, right? My Sonic character was a fucking shark.
Yeah.
And of course, like, I chose the one animal that they don't use often enough for an art study for Sonic.
Actually, if I recall, I haven't read any of the Sonic comics, but apparently, like sharks, like there's like a family of sharks that's kind of important in that.
Yeah,
Yes.
it is. I that's where I got it from. But I'm gonna make this fox kind of have like a little bit of a cheeky attitude. Like she's very fun. She's like, ah!
What?
Okay.
Okay. This is funny.
But the pose kind of like it kind of looks like the Monica pose a little.
The Monica pose? Are you talking about the from?
Well, DDLC.
Yeah. Dude, people constantly said cat, fox. I think one person said big personality little dogs, which, by the way, fuck you, second. Fuck you, second.
And Pick suggested a red panda, which y'all already done a red panda.
I do have a red panda. I would love to draw her in a stream at one point. And then I talked to you. You said fox as well.
Mm-hmm.
You said fox or cat. And then Maurice is much like me in that he also chooses the eccentric. He kind of also I sensed a theme a little bit with everybody's choice of what animals for me, and that's he chose a Wolverine and a cheetah.
Okay.
Like a mixed Wolverine and cheetah.
No, just in general. Like those two options would be like the most me to him.
But that kind of works.
I mean,
The
wouldn't a
Wolverine.
Wolverine and a badger be similar?
They are very similar. They're very different body types, though. I decided to look up like what Wolverines actually look
Yeah, they
like.
kind of do. They kind of look more bear-like, actually.
Yeah.
I can easily see this on the California flag.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know, if they're, I guess, like, well, then they would be extinct.
I could see this going on the California flag if they're taking up suggestions.
If they're taking up suggestions,
Maybe-
to be fair,
maybe if they're-
the California flag now was done like it was in a contest thing.
It was like, I think it was like you said it was a contest or it wasn't?
It was.
It was. Okay, it was a contest.
I think it was, right?
Yeah.
Or am I
Maybe there's an
different flag?
I mean, lots of flags. Like a lot of like nations' flags were done in contests. I think Canada was one of those as well. But maybe there's an alternate universe in Fallout where instead of like a two-headed bear, they just used a Wolverine.
That would be so badass. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Let's see.
Yeah, the thing is though, in Fallout, I find it extremely hilarious because I forgot what they're called, but like that one Leonidas looking motherfucker from Fallout, I think Fallout New Vegas, he just always makes me laugh where he just says the sentence, "One day I look forward to conquering the lands known as California."
Oh yeah, Lanius.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Arnold Schwarzenegger said the same thing many years ago.
He did, and then he became the governor.
Arnold Schwarzenegger set out to conquer California and then did so.
Did so, and then got into a scandal about a son that he never knew he had. He knew.
Well, I guess he did know, but like no one else did until it was revealed.
Right.
I heard he's doing well now. He actually posed in the same.
Well, they have a really close relationship, apparently.
Do you think he lets his son ride in his tank?
Yes.
Yeah.
No
Yes,
hesitation. Yes, absolutely. He
Yeah.
rides in that thing. They remake that TikTok or that
It was a YouTube video, actually.
Yeah, the YouTube video where he's like, "Fuck you, Dad! I'm staying in the tank."
Yeah. What's his son's name?
I don't remember.
His son.
Yeah.
I got.
Are you okay?
I didn't. I completely forgot that he had a tank.
Yeah.
Arthur, get out of the tank.
I guess so. There's I guess like his illegitimate son is Joseph, and he has two sons, Patrick and Christopher.
Yeah, that was from his marriage.
Yeah.
He's all, so Joseph is like the one out of wedlock. Apparently, he's only like a year older than me.
Oh wow.
Joseph, get out of the tank.
Based on art by Brogar.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Where I was in the tank. I was in a tiger tank of all things.
Right. I don't know if I give her like long hair or even just any hair, to be honest. Like a little tuft right here.
Also, Chris Pratt is his son-in-law.
Wait, who?
Chris Pratt is Arnold Schwarzenegger's.
Yeah, because he's married to he's married to Catherine Schwarzenegger. That's his second wife.
Right. How many times has he been married?
Just the twice. Like he divorced Anna Faris in 2018.
Gee, I wonder why.
Now I want Arnold Schwarzenegger to appear in Guardians of the Galaxy movie and just going,
Just
"I'm Mary Poppins." Oh.
Oh no.
I actually heard that like Arnold Schwarzenegger had to like take like accent coaching because he was losing his accent because of like he's lived in America longer than he's lived anywhere else pretty much. And he's like, but like his accent is so marketable. It's just part of his like persona that he had to like make sure he like kept it, at least a little bit of it.
I always found that really fascinating. I thought, because like, really think about that, losing your accent, and you have to like ask somebody else, hey, could you like teach me how to do my own accent?
Pretty. I can kind of see it. I think my dad is kind of similar, but like he still has his heavy accent a little.
Yeah. Like,
But there was a
in a
go ahead.
like a derogatory way. I'm just like
Yeah, no, I absolutely.
The concept of it is wild to me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like it's not something a lot of people have to deal with because like they're not as famous as Arnold Schwarzenegger, and they have to keep the accent.
Right.
But like, it's definitely a thing. There's like there's like a deleted scene apparently in the third Terminator movie where like he plays like in the past there's like the model for the original like AT-800 Terminators that are based on Arnold, and like he's playing the soldier they're based off of, and he's like American. He's like, "Hi, I'm Candy. Welcome to the new Skynet facility." And they're like, "We're not really sure about the accent. We could fix it." Because that's the weird thing. He plays both the like soldier it's based on and like the scientist, I guess. The scientist who like makes the Terminators.
Right.
And the scientist has the accent, but the soldier does not.
That is really interesting. All right,
I
ordered food because I don't want to keep starving. Also, there's this one thing I realized that is happening on my stream for Twitch that I realize that, or maybe it's just on my screen, like where like half the screen is blurry on the stream, and I don't know why, or maybe it's just on mine, that's why nobody's commented.
It's not blurry for me.
Well, I'm watching it on Discord. But I don't know if there's anything.
Yeah, I'm watching it. I've got it open. Yeah, I've got it open on both.
Okay, so maybe it is just me, or maybe it's like a glitch on my computer. Let me see. Okay, so it only appears when it's on the window, or on the window thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that would say that if you're trying to watch your own screen through another screen, it would be blurry.
No, but like there's like a line.
There's something funny. I was scrolling through Reddit. There's like a traditional village that has like this really advanced like sprinkler system for like to prevent like the village from like burning down in case of a fire. So like it sprays a lot of water all over the place. But like it said, like it was like it's for like they brought it out for like a fire. The title was like, "This is for fire drills in a traditional village." And for a second I thought like the sprinkler was like a flamethrower. And I thought like they were going to use it for like to simulate wildfire conditions. I'm like, I was like, I don't know why the fuck I thought that, and I just couldn't stop laughing the whole time. Like what was I thinking?
That is considered arson.
That is considered arson.
It's the most. I can't understand why I thought that. Like this cannon sort of thing coming out of like coming out of like a fake like shelter to like sprinkle water, and I thought it was like a flamethrower on this traditional village. Like why? Why would that? I don't understand why I could possibly have got that in my head.
Show me this picture. I want to see flamethrower.
I would show you, but like apparently it was removed from Reddit. But like I can find it somewhere else.
It'll probably show up somewhere. This is what I'm talking about. So, like, can you see what I mean? Like, it's only when it's the tiny version.
Yeah, that is weird.
See, so it's not. So I'm not like half fucking, I don't know, blind or whatever.
You're not seeing things, but it's only visible on your end. This is happening. So it's hard to say it's not just. So it's hard to say it's not you if it's just on your end.
No, that's fair. That's valid.
Okay.
What is this?
I'm gonna post. Okay, I think I should be able to play it.
Okay. Oh my god.
I took one look at that. I saw the title that said fire drill. I took one look at it like, is that a flamethrower? And then it's like, That's just where my mind went. I don't understand how this happened to me.
The house is on fire. What should we do? Turn on the flamethrowers.
No, it's like,
we'll
it's time for
we'll fight
for-
fire with fire.
it's time for our annual fire drill. Let's set the place on fire.
Yeah,
No,
we'll
we have
fight
to be
fire
ready in
with
case
fire.
we have to be ready in case of the real thing.
Oh my god. Let's see. I think I'm gonna change up the pose a little bit. Like I don't know. She's giving like cheeky Regina George.
Energy.
Like yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why I'm thinking this right now, but she's giving cunty, and I don't know why.
We've gone from cheeky to cunty.
Excuse me.
Oh, you cheeky cunt.
I wasn't lying, by the way, when I said I was just laughing like uncontrollably when I realized the water sprinkler wasn't a flame.
Just
so
long as you weren't disappointed after you found out it wasn't a
That's the important bit, yeah.
Yeah, it's a fire hose, not a flamethrower. Now I'm depressed.
It wasn't. It really is just It really was just me laughing because like I don't understand how I possibly could have thought that.
You need to stay away from the Adeptus Mechanicus for a while. Is that all I'm saying?
Perhaps they don't use flamethrowers all that often. They're much more about lightning.
They don't actually, yeah.
No.
Oh god. She's like for me, I don't know why, but she's giving Regina George. She's giving like Mean Girl, but like she's only a mean girl in your imagination. She's actually like really
nice. Stupid successful person.
She's the embodiment of gatekeep. What is it?
Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss.
Yes, that.
Oh yeah. By the way, that reminds me of something I need to like tell you.
Oh.
Twist sent me this picture, like this small 3-part comic.
Okay.
About this. Alright, it was about these 2 dog characters. One of them was a bully, and the other one was.
I saw that.
Yeah, and the commentary that we had about that is, wait, so hold on. Is this a kind of scenario where the bully's playing the part of the bully and the other one is taking the part of the victim, but in reality they're secret gay lovers? Like, how would that even work? Why would you even want to role play the part of the victim?
Like, you remember when I showed you that video of the comedian talking about his wife?
Yes.
And he's going like, you don't know that she's crazy? That could just not be for you.
Yeah.
Like that's just your kid. That's just her. That might not just be your kink.
Okay. I honestly, reading through it, constantly made me think of Love After World Domination.
Yes.
Which, funny as fuck, but in that regard, it's the hero and the villain that fall in love with each other, not the victim and the bully. Like, how can you... Because that's going to come up in aggression. It's like, if you're getting picked on, then they wait for everyone to walk away, and then you just take them behind the tree, dust them off, give them a kiss on the cheek, saying, oh, I wasn't too hard on you, was I?
Honestly, that I do see that happening. What's worse is that I actually have seen an anime where they played with that a little bit.
I think I need to see more context of that, because that to me just sounds weird.
So, like, okay, so the slight context to this, right? The guy is usually very, is usually like very, very soft to her. Like to her only, like he's very soft. He's very like very he's very
gentle
and sweet and gentle, right? But then she notices that he's always mean to everyone else. when it comes to like people that annoy him, right? It's not like he does this and he's like a dick or anything like that. It's just that this is a side to him that she's never really seen before. And so, and when she confronts him, because they have really open communication, and I really love that about this anime. It's called Horimiya. I wanted to watch it with you, but I think we took it off the list of things we wanted to watch, or maybe it's just a lower priority. But in this scene, she kind of confronts him about it, goes like, hey, I just want to know if that's like the real you, because you never do that to me, but you do that to kind of everyone else. And he's just like, do you want me to do that to you? And she starts thinking about it.
Doesn't that hurt you? Do you want it to hurt me, Kevin?
Do you want it to hurt me, Kevin? But he went like, oh, do you want me to be like horrified? Like, oh my god, do you want me to like abuse you? And she's like, no! But then like looks at the camera, goes like, but sexy roleplay.
I don't want you to physically hurt me, but I'm okay with a donkey punch.
But I'm okay with a donkey punch.
I beg your pardon.
Oh god. Hi, Sergeant Wolf. How are you doing? Oh, best for viewers. Never mind. I'm gonna do this real quick. Okay. How do I? God damn it! Fucking be gone bot. Yeah, exactly. Be gone bot. I would like to be gone bot, but the bot. Okay, mod view. Maybe that'll be better. Ah!
Ah!
Okay, really quick, hon. Do you mind if I make... Hold on. Oh, is he not like an active viewer? Fuck. I'm trying to...
What do you need me to do?
I'm trying to mod you right now.
Okay.
But how do I do that? I'm not good at these things.
I don't stream, so I don't know.
Oh wait, I found it. There we go. No. Done. Okay, now I can. Let's see. Ban. Record. Spam. Okay, now I get it. Spam. Fishing. Alright, and got it. Yes. Yay! I did a thing!
You did a ting! She did a ting!
I did it! Yay! I did it all by myself. But I still modded you. Fuck, what were we talking about? Oh, right, so like, yeah, she like goes, but sexy roleplay, and he's like horrified, but what's funny is that they go with it, so like they go out one day, and he like talks bad to her, and like other people find out and look at her going like, what the fuck are you doing? This is just some weird kinky shit she's into.
I could just imagine that conversation like in real life. It's like somebody's talking to somebody else being really degrading, and some white knight comes up saying, "Hey, you can't talk to her like that." And the person just goes, "Mind your fucking business. She likes it."
I actually think that did happen in the anime, but I forget if it did or not, but it sounds like it did. But yeah, like the anime is really cute. It's super cute. It's super loving. I love the open communication with it too. It's so fun. I think though that some people tend to be a little bit it's a very slow paced anime, I will say. Like, even for a slice of life, it's a little slow paced.
That must be extremely slow.
Like, it's not.
Also,
Sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
It's not like slow pacing wise, but it's like they get together by like I think the 4th episode. But it's slow paced in that it feels like a slice of life where you're just like doing shit. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's a slice of life where people are just being people.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Slice of life. That's actually a slice of life.
Exactly.
What a nightmare to think about.
What's your character's name? Generic man goes to work.
I should also completely unrelated, but I've heard there's like an anime about like a maid cafe that like where the maids like shoot and kill each other.
Oh, I think that is an anime. I don't remember.
I mean, it is. I'm talking about it right now. It's like
the maids.
It's quite strange.
Is it
The
like,
maids
in
shoot each
tanks?
other?
Or is it like
not tanks. This is like Yakuza style, like
I have seen that one. That one's so good.
I've seen a couple of brief clips of it.
It's so fucking funny.
There's also like I saw like a couple of clips. I saw like one clip where like they're like cutting off one of the maids like hair tails for like some sort of punishment, and they're like, no, don't let it cut off. Shut the fuck up and cut the hair off. And then
Akiba Maid Wars.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
I just looked it up.
It's so funny. I don't know if you would be into it, but I think you'd find it mildly amusing. Maybe not as like a binging thing, but like you watch it. It's definitely one of those shows where I would say watch like 1-2 episodes at a time, and no more than that at a point, because it's definitely, it's not so random, but it is a bit grating at times because like there's so much to this comedy anime, and you're just like, why am I invested this much?
From what I can tell, I guess it's like if Orion High School Host Club met Black Lagoon.
Yes.
You know what? I literally was about to make a Black Lagoon reference. This is like Victoria Housekeeping meets Black Lagoon.
Yes, that is exactly what it is. Okay. I am loving these poses. These poses are very cute.
Oh God, she's wearing lady stilts. Not the lady stilts.
The lady stilts will live on.
They may live on, but your heels certainly won't.
No, have you seen how people's feet look? Wait, have you seen
No, because I'm not into feet.
After years of using it?
No. I'm not into feet, so I don't pay attention to feet.
It looks like I saw like a side-by-side that they did where the balls of the feet are shifted in a way that I don't think is normal, but then again, it's a body modification tool as well.
Yeah. It's kind of the same reason why I playfully constantly get on Season every time she wears heels, because it's like, you are fucking accident prone. Do not wear fucking stilts on your feet. Because how many times have I had to do first aid on her for wearing those fucking things?
I think you only had to do it twice.
And they were both when she was wearing high heels.
Okay, here we go. Okay, so for reference, right? I'm gonna show you normal feet for free. This is going into my search history, and it will likely cause many weird search results.
Use private searching.
My favorite comment.
Surgeon like a coward.
My favorite comment is from a man on YouTube named Show Feet Guy, whose simple comment is simply show feet.
He's a simple man with simple needs. But so these are normal feet.
This is the conversation we're having.
These are normal feet.
These are normal feet, brought to you by Dr. Axe.
Doctor, is he related to Dr. Axe body spray?
Maybe.
And I'm trying to find the least gruesome ones because they do have a bit of a there is a bit of a horror factor that I don't want to alarm people with. But then again, this is just us in stream, so.
I guess like these aren't super bad. Okay, the last ones are pretty bad.
The last one looks like he's got webbed feet.
Right. I think that somewhat of this is modified, like it's photoshopped, like this is what they normally look like, and then here's like shifting. But the thing is that it's very clear that there's a ongoing kind of theme I see.
And there is definitely like a shifting.
Yeah, there's a shifting.
If you would like to see the pictures we're talking about, join our Discord by going on Patreon.
I will make sure to put a link to the Patreon because our coffee seems to be the only bot we have for that. Oh god. But yeah, I don't normally post on specifically. I don't normally post on Patreon a lot. I usually post a lot more on the Discord and on the I normally don't post on the Patreon, but I do post a lot on the Patreon.
The
and
Discord.
Every little bit helps.
Yeah,
Let's see here.
How-
So the Patreon is right in the chat for both Twitter and for YouTube. So have at it. Let's hear. I like the post for the fox so far. As soon as the food comes in, I am definitely going to like end stream because nobody wants to. Well, maybe some people want to hear me eat.
I feel like that would cost more money.
Yeah, I feel like that would.
Or should.
Also, you're very orgasmic when it comes to enjoying food.
Yeah, that's the main reason why I don't wanna do that. Like there are several clips of me in Vio's stream where I'm just like eating and then I haven't ate in a while or I eat really good food. And suddenly it'll be a lot of Crimson, what the heck are you talking about?
Oh, yeah.
What
For some
are you
reason, I'm thinking
doing?
of it.
Are you eating that or are you eating that?
I was going to say, I've been in restaurants with this woman, and it literally sounds like there's an orgy in her mouth.
To be fair, though, it's delicious. Like, usually, that just means that you took me to a good place.
For some reason, I'm thinking of the Jimmy Neutron. It's like I'm a streamer. Ooh, you're one of those streamers. Do you eat on stream? That costs extra. It always does.
Right.
Just let me take you to a better place.
I don't think anybody should hear me eat. Oh my god, especially if I eat something really good because like I tend to get into my food. It's like every episode of Food Wars.
Yeah. Okay, the easiest way to put it is to put a picture of food in front of you and then just play the sound effect from Pornhub. That's essentially what you're hearing.
I'm sure somebody would pay for that.
I think I've asked before. You've seen Delicious in Dungeon, right?
I
Delicious in Dungeon?
You have not asked me this yet.
Delicious in Dungeon.
So wait, did you say you have? Did you say you have or have not?
But I did see.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I did see Emma Richu's video on the cafe that she was in. Like she went to one of those, and the cafe was so good. She actually decided to get adventurous and order a a dish that was based on the red dragon that they killed.
But,
in
yeah,
the
that
movie.
happens like midway through the show, pretty much.
Yeah, they did that, and they actually got alligator meat. They had like an alligator foot.
Interesting. That's a good.
For the meal.
So Ed, you don't know what we're talking about. So Dungeon Meshi is delicious in dungeon in English is essentially like it's essentially like an anime where like it's in a standard fantasy setting, but they go into dungeons and eat and just feed on the monsters there because they don't have any other like supplies. So to elaborate on the basic premise, like a party of adventurers goes in and is fighting a dragon, but they had no supplies, and they're all and like one of them is distracted because he's like really hungry, and also he has undiagnosed autism / ADHD. So he's
but it is absolutely
it's not
canon.
it's not canon, but it's absolute yes, precisely what I would say. But like he's so distracted that his sister has to push him out of the way to like save him and like teleport everyone out. But she's like stuck. But she's eaten by the dragon and can't teleport herself out. So the party has like no more supplies to like and can't get any more money before she's digested. So their decision is to go into the dungeon and just scrounge up whatever supplies they can get there. And along the way, they encounter like a dwarf named Senshi, who is an expert in cooking stuff in the dungeon, and he like is able to teach them a lot of stuff. And like it is like half like fantasy like adventure thing and half like cozy cooking anime. Like and like a lot of the recipes would be very viable if it weren't for the fact that it has like fantasy ingredients like this slime you just have to like stab the actual innards of it and then let it dry on a rack for about 2 weeks. For a scorpion, you just have to cut all the arms and legs off and then make sure you take the organs out from the spinal area and then put it. Don't cook the stinger because you can eat it, but it will taste terrible.
I love little details like that though when it comes to like food, like especially in food anime. I feel like they have to put like the most detail into it.
Yeah.
To make sure it's factually accurate. I unfortunately need to call it here, otherwise I will not be any good for tomorrow.
Yeah, you go to sleep.
Yes. Love, I will speak to you tomorrow.
I love you and thank you so much for stopping in.
Yeah, no problem. Alright. Speak to you guys later, then.
See ya.
Nice.
I ordered yeah, he did. I already ordered like a tarot card deck for whatever reason. It was like a very much an impulse buy.
Ooh, okay.
It's just a basic one. Like it's just like a starter thing.
We're talking about the characters now, right? Like I was like I don't think the editor was into it.
Start. I don't follow.
The characters in the show, because editor doesn't seem like somebody to do tarot.
No, I ordered the tarot.
Okay. You ordered tarot, okay.
Yeah, I ordered like just as an impulse buy. It's like a basic deck. It just has like it actually tells you like it shows you like the interpretations, like the upright and reverse, as well as like all the various like zodiac whatever it needs. It's got a nice like back design. It really was just an impulse buy though.
That's nice. I do have a tarot card deck. It's the Tarot of the Divine. I think it goes off of Major Arcana, but the art for it is really good. And I actually do follow this artist. I think she's on TikTok. I haven't seen her stuff in a minute from FYP, so maybe I stopped following her at one point. But,
yeah, my deck is like major and minor. It's just like the big deck or whatever.
Right. I'm making her hug her tail. That's cute.
actually once like there is actually like a tarot reading like shop in Rockport because like this is a big like sort of tourist trap town. Like half the population isn't here in the winter.
Got it.
And like I went to like a tarot reading and like I actually like negotiated the price. I think it was like $30 or something, but like I unintentionally was haggled with her. I'm like, oh, better look at my wallet. I actually don't have all that much on me at the moment. So it's like, oh, 20's fine. Like I actually haggled it down to 20. And I'm not lying. I like the reading she gave me. I actually almost cried.
Oh, wow.
Like I was like read so well. I definitely felt like a sucker afterward though, but I still tipped to like actually paying 30, like agreed before.
Right.
But yeah, I definitely felt like a sucker because like I actually I don't really believe in like tarot or whatever, but you know, it's cool. It's really neat.
Yeah.
But yeah, but I definitely got like cold red there.
Right. And like it happens, and part of it is reading people, but you
Yeah.
have to. But there are times where you just kind of have to trust in the cards and kind of like interpret, because it's a lot
Yeah.
of major interpretation that you're.
And there is an interpretation. I think the big takeaway was that like I probably just need a therapist. I just need someone to talk to.
Yeah, that's usually the go-to. What do I need? You need a therapist.
But it sounds like
But you didn't
no,
get
that's too expensive. No, that's too expensive. I'll just go to the tarot place.
It's $20. It'll be fine. Okay, my food is finally getting here soon.
Okay.
So let me see how long it takes. I've got time. I got like 15 minutes. That's fine.
That's how it
That'll be
starts.
enough to like make the stream 3 hours, because I like the 3-hour mark. It's very nice. I definitely think I'll probably have to make this like a video where I play with different character designs, because I did actually do a lot of research beforehand on this, where I was like, hey, this is how I came up with this design. This is kind of the inspiration, because I am looking at stuff like while I'm doing this. I should be saving a lot more though. Because I just realized that I have not saved the entire time.
Should probably do that now.
Yeah.
Really quickly.
That would probably be a good idea. It's here. Stream. Fursona. 21.
If it makes you feel better, I didn't end up prepping all that much for D&D anyway. Like I said, I would.
It's okay. We all have those days. Everybody
Yeah.
makes mistakes.
I have those months. It seems. I seem to have those months.
Those ones, yeah. Let's see here. I do really like these poses. I don't know which pose that I really like. I might leave that up to like Twitter as like, hey, this is what I'm going for so far. You pick which one that you like. So let's put one here, two here, three here. I realize that is on a different layer. Shit. Post it on like Twitter later. But I do like how Piper came out bomb.
Absolutely.
So let's see, this here, and I'll probably just post this just generally, because this is a cute image. I really like this image. Just her,
Nice.
being herself, being her badger. The badger. She's the badger.
Mushroom.
Mushroom. Okay. Again, I do have about 8 minutes, but the stream says it's only been 2 hours and 41 minutes. But you know what? It's fine. So thank you guys so much for being here with me, and I'm sorry to cut this a little shorter than I did last time, but I am starving. Absolutely starving. Need sustenance in my belly, and you do not need to hear that.
Not for free, at least.
Not for free. No, go to our Patreon to see things like the works in progress that I have, access to our Discord where you'll be more likely to see those, and just generally having a good time, because we try to have a good time, we try to be active. If you guys have any questions, don't be afraid to leave a comment, go on my YouTube where you'll see more speed paints. I do want to get more involved with the video editing side of everything. Maybe get back into that a bit more and do like something more like what Ginja Ninja does or AVD illustrates. Just try to do all that. Alright, I'm gonna eat. I'm starving. I am going to also raid. Let's raid people today. Yay!
Nice talking to you.
It's nice talking to you too. And we are going to raid Zorenso. All right, let's see how he likes it. He's gonna have a lot of fun with this one. All right, bye guys. Have fun, and I'll see you guys later. Raid now. I'm gonna stop this